Hello, everyone. Coach Kenny JoJo Smith here. I want to highlight a couple of things that take place in the classroom, and that is errors, right? Errors are always going to happen. Students are trying to learn, teachers are looking to teach, but they're trying to learn. So everyone is learning, right? So we need to welcome errors. It is very important that students don't feel like they can't make errors because how are they ever going to learn? This is education. We want them to continue to learn. So with that being said, how you respond and how you react to errors is going to shape the way that your classroom is when it comes to dealing with errors. You want students to feel comfortable enough to make errors so that you are able to do what it is that you are mastering, and that is teaching and helping them overcome the errors. So, for example, if you have a student who was writing a 5 paragraph essay and the directions were for them to complete a 5 paragraph essay, and they come to you and they're confident and they completed this task, and immediately you take the essay and you immediately start breaking it down into the errors that they have wrong, and how you feel, and there's a negative connotation with that, then that student is going to feel defeated. Now, on the other hand, if you are going to praise that student first, recognize what they were able to finish, and then specifically address the errors that are taking place, now you have a student who feels empowered first because you actually recognize the positive that they were able to do. But of course, there are areas to grow. So those are the areas that we want to target. So you want to make sure that errors are welcome in your classroom, because many students, they go into classrooms and they don't feel like they can make any errors. They feel like they have to be perfect. They have to feel like they have to sit there behaviorally and not say a word, and make sure that they don't disrupt your classroom, and make sure they're following all these different guidelines. And if I have 9 periods in a day, then I'm probably going to have 9 different classroom management plans that I need to follow in terms of how I'm supposed to act in each class. We need students to understand the importance of errors being teachable moments, right? We are educators, we are teachers, we are in this business so that we can take students from one area and help them grow to the next area. That's only going to take place if they feel comfortable making mistakes, because some students won't try. So now a student doesn't try and they get labeled as a student who's not going to complete any work. Now teachers are in the meetings talking about how these students won't perform in their classroom. But how much influence do you have on that? You have all the influence on that, because how you make that student feel from those errors is going to determine how they respond. So it's very important as an educator that you start to recognize that students need confidence first. Once I'm confident, I can grow from any errors and any setbacks, but that should be a part of how you manage your classroom. So that's just a suggestion. I think that it would be very beneficial for you to think about how you respond to errors, and then additionally, as the teacher and the leader of the classroom, what about the errors you make? Do you ever say anything about the errors that you make? That was common practice for me. When I would make a mistake, I would acknowledge the mistake in front of everyone, and I always would tell students, I am not perfect. So that let them know that Mr. Smith makes mistakes, so I can make mistakes too. Very important.